And then she whipped out a photo of the last person that had broken her heart and said, "Do you want to go and burn it with me?" And I was like, fuck yeah, of course I want to do that. And we went outside and the winds were really strong and it was really hard to burn it, but we managed to burn his face off a little bit. Hi, I'm Gretel Henline. I'm at Diffuse and we're about to speak about a lot of things.
Why did you want to become a musician?
I always knew I wanted to be a musician, but it kind of, I think when you're growing up and you want to be a musician, it's like saying, you know, I want to be an astronaut. I didn't actually pursue it, but I was still writing music. And then when I applied for uni, I didn't get into uni because I didn't get my third A level, which forced me into a position where I had to pursue something that wasn't academic. And it's like the biggest blessing that because I would have gone into something that I didn't truly love if I hadn't have not gotten the A levels. So I pursued music instead, and then it all just kind of like tumbled out from there.
Who influenced you the most in the beginning?
I think I just found my dad's records, so like Nick Drake, Pink Floyd, some kind of older stuff, folk and psychedelic rock as well. My mum was a goth in the 80s, like hardcore goth. She then she lets me wear her old velvet and stuff like that, and then listen to her records and stuff like that. And definitely my parents' music tastes and aesthetics really molded me into and molded my tastes for sure.
How did your name come about?
The reason I picked it, the real reason, was because of the story Hansel and Gretel. I still love the Brothers Grimm stories and how gothic the original tales are. And they end really, really gruesomely. And then you have these kid-friendly versions of the stories, which are really palatable and safe for work or whatever. But I liked how multifaceted it was, but how dark the origin was. I felt quite represented by that. And then when I saw a photo of my great aunt, Gretel Henline, when she was my age, she looked exactly like me. It's uncanny. So I was like, it's just meant to be.
What do you like most about being a musician?
So what I love about being a musician is writing music. That was the original thing. That was the only thing that I could do, was write music. And then as I finally got to grips with playing live with a band, because I write music for a band, and I started writing music for a band without ever having played in a band. And then, I get on stage with a band and I was just like, oh my God, this is terrifying. But as I got to grips with that, which only really happened very, very recently, in the last 6 months, that's been my favorite part of being a musician is doing the live shows, meeting people afterwards, seeing people sing along and then tell me that what that song means to them. There was this one girl in New York. Every time someone breaks her heart, she somehow has a Polaroid picture of them and she burns it while listening to Apple Juice. And then she whipped out a photo of the last person that had broken her heart and said, "Do you want to go and burn it with me?" And I was like, fuck yeah, of course I want to do that. And we went outside and the winds were really strong and it was really hard to burn it, but we managed to burn his face off a little bit, so it was fine.
How did you develop your singing style?
It was quite a journey. I didn't always sing like this. In fact, if you listen to my first record compared to my second record, you can hear the change in the voice. When I was writing music for Slug Eye, my first record, I was recovering from quite a severe issue, I'll just say issue. I had no muscle in my diaphragm. And so even to speak, it was so much effort to get any kind of exhale out. You know, my heart would start thudding and I just couldn't do it. Like I would just run out of breath immediately. And the only way that I could sing for a long amount of time, or any amount of time really, was by lowering my larynx and pushing the air out in a different way. So like, rather than, So that's why my voice in my first record is much more like, It's because I was still recovering. And then as time went by and, you know, I got more muscle in my diaphragm, became a lot healthier, I was able to start singing in a more normal way. Still with a deep voice, but not as starkly weird sounding. But I chose that I like singing that way. So I kind of still use it and I still drift between different voices depending on what just lends itself to the song more. And, you know, then kind of creating just different pockets of characters with my voice is just, just helped build an atmosphere to the song, which is something I really liked.
What's next for you?
The next body of work it's really cool. It's really, really cool. And I'm yet to decide what exactly I'm calling it. So I'm just saying record. I don't know when the whole thing will be ready. I reckon summer next year. But there's going to be music coming out in the near future. Like all of the music is written and ready. I just need to decide what my like creative move is. Like what is it exactly that I want to say with it? So how should I release it?